Man, sorry, running a little behind schedule today, fellas. Gonna have to give me a minute. Oh, but we made it though. Zemo the first? Dang. Dude, congrats. You made it, dude. Welcome, welcome. That's probably what happens when I'm slightly late. Gives other people a chance. Oh. Okie dokie. Get me all the good free stuff. Let's see, I don't know if I claimed the web store thing today or not yet. Check that. Did not. Okay. Okay. Man, that shows up really fast. I've never actually claimed the daily from the web store while I was actually like in the game itself. Cool beans. Oh. I wonder how long this side quest is gonna take. Probably not though. What's up, Widow? How you doing? Out of the abyssal has arrived in the hizzle. How you doing, Abyss? I love God of the Abyssal, though. Side quest is fast. Cool. Coolio. I haven't even taken a single look at it. Food for thought. Let's see what we got going on. Was actually fun this time? That's fun. That's good. Oh yeah, I forgot there's a Carolina Dean fight. What kind of nodes are we working with? Pretty much nothing. What about here? Power shield. And then and then Nico lane probably. Bring Doom and Nico and you win. That sounds like a move to me. What is the She-Hulk have going for? We have Encroaching Root, not too bad. Bubble Shield. One too many hits is not that big of a deal. Sorry, guys. I just woke up from a nap, so I'm a little bit cooked right now. Right. Yeah, that doesn't seem too bad at all. What kind of health pools are we talking? Just a half a milli. Cool. All right. Well, that team alone will probably be able to do everything, I would imagine. I would guess. Let us see. My controller is going to work. Are you working, controller? There we go. All right. Dual solo. Carolina, if you don't let her throw a special, just continuously steal her power. I'll bring in Dr. Doom if I feel like I'm really struggling. Okay, I'm gonna use... I don't think Airwalker is like bleed immune or something ridiculous. We'll find out. Most won't. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm not like overly worried. Can bulldoze our way through it if need be, I think. Oh, Carolina Dean. I mean, I gotta imagine I could just use Nico on this fight if I really need to. So, I'm not super duper worried. Venom can solo the middle lane? Dude, Venom can solo probably every lane, TBH. Aw, imagine I get the Dex. Even though I, like, don't know the timing. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still kind of just like ignoring everything about like this fight. Well, that'll do it. Oh, Count Nefaria, you son of a gun, you. He just doesn't care about anything, ever. My goodness, man. Let her get specials all she wanted. It still worked out. It's okay. I'm sure Doom was a good play. Just not usually very necessary, I guess. Dude, I don't know why, but today feels like Friday. It's just kind of like one of those days that just has like weird vibes, you know? Really is like tripping me up. Like yesterday, I felt like it was Thursday too. I mean, obviously it wasn't, right? I think I think I can pretty much ignore every note here if I remember right. Oh, there's bubble shield. Yeah, I'll just ignore bubble shield too. You're 80% sure you did the entire map with just null? I could see that. The shield is a little tanky. To be fair, I haven't really been getting good luck with, like, me bleeds. Come on. For real? Are we not using special 2 or what? I guess not. That was annoying. You wish it was Friday? Then you would have to go to... Yeah, I agree. I'm glad I don't have to go to school anymore, man. Yo, what's up, Spidey? What is good, big dog? Yeah, definitely not something I miss at all. How's the game going right now, Spidey? Is there anything spicy happening? Hey, there we go. She threw it. Imagine that. Wait, that didn't hit? Are you serious? Okay, was there a note I forgot about, or is that She-Hulk actually just that tanky? That fight took forever. Oh, that's one quest down. There's a very good chance I end up using the exact same team every go. Unless I feel like using Okoye or something. She do be tanky. Okay, that's not just me. How much health did she freaking have? I felt like... Wow, she didn't even have like a ton. Huh. That felt weird. Alright, and then buff toggle unstoppable. Dang, just 2,000 tier 7 basics like that, huh? I'm down for that. Another Nefaria quest, basically. Or lane. I'm gonna get special 3'd, aren't I? No. Impressive. He has so many, like, buffs and debuffs happening right now. I'm extremely confused. I mean, he's just melting. Or we're just gonna go in for the finish, I guess. If I need to bring Silk or She-Hulk, she can solo the whole lane. I think this team is probably fine, honestly. At least so far. I would probably make... Dude, I could use Shield if I really wanted to. That could be fun. I mean, to be honest, I could just, like, keep letting him get regens. Oh, I thought I timed that good enough. I guess not. Like, he's actually just, like, gonna slowly melt anyways. Dude, leader would probably crush this, this line, too. You could just ignore, like, almost everything. I love nodes that, like, you can just play however you feel like with Nefaria, and he'll just, like, stay topped up, basically. My goat, dude. But they nerfed Spider-Woman. Nah, I'm just kidding. Don't touch Nefaria. Leave him alone. You remember using Void for Dragon Man because armor breaks are bad when fighting Dragon Man? Oh, yes. Yes, because you would have gotten a degeneration placed on you. He did a rank 5 ascended Sig 200 Fant with Mr. Sinister with full yellow bar. Yeah, that does seem a little bit fishy. Personally, I've never run into any Battlegrounds cheaters that I know of, so I don't really know, like, exactly, but that does kind of sound like cheating to me. Shathra, please. Doesn't even matter. I can just, like, not attack. You're just gonna die faster. If you don't want to throw the special one, that's fine. You could probably take Kindred on this lane, too, to be honest. The Atrophy. Make that unstoppable last, like, half a second. Yo, what's up, Kate? How you doing, man? Oh, I forget that that travels so far. Same with the heavy attack. Not that it matters. I'm just healing everything anyway. Do I have a... I think they're... Oh, you're talking to Kate. Never mind. Which path would you recommend for your first run of 9.3.6? You're just saving potions just in case? I don't even remember the paths anymore. I know I should. Because I didn't, like, I very recently did it. I can go take a look after this and tell you which one. I know that if I looked at it, I could probably tell you which one I think was the easiest. What's up, Charles? How you doing? But I can go take a look after this if you want, Cade. Hey, this time we actually got good bleed RNG. We were not getting good bleed RNG. Dude, I feel like you can just probably ignore the power sting, kind of. Because you get willpower, you know? Yeah, that fight went infinitely faster. I have no idea why that took forever the first time. That is so weird. That one is way faster. Widow says you can use Silk for the Mystic Path and just delete it all. Well, that might be an answer for you. I definitely do recommend Silk for the Doom boss, though, by the way. I personally think that's probably going to be the best when all is said and done. Let me refresh my memory. I remember the Tech Path wasn't my favorite. Yeah, I mean, this one is like you only had to worry about Unstoppable. So if you have an Unstoppable counter, this isn't too bad of a lane. I don't think I remember the Moondragon one being too bad either. Every 12 seconds, the defender gains an unblockable. When the attacker activates a special attack. Yeah, this one was really easy. If you have like a Onslaught or a Jean Grey, you could take this path, no problem. I think that's the one I probably took on first clear, and I probably just cleared it all with Jean. But yeah, Jean or Onslaught would do really well there. And then yeah, as far as this lane goes, if you have an Unstoppable counter, then you'll cook that lane. And then I don't remember who I used for the middle lane. Yeah, I would say one of the outside lanes would probably be easier for a first clear. All right, back to the meat and potatoes. The mutant. Yeah. Yeah, Jean should do that path just fine. Okay, back in. One more path left. This quest is going ridiculously quick. I actually thought it would take a little bit longer than it has been. Oh, well. Ooh, we have a Maker on defense? That's exciting. Can't remember this guy. Are you immune to bleed? I don't think so. The Morb. It's Morbin time. Aw, buns. Oh well. It's kind of annoying they would put Doom on the power shield path. just because of that. You tried the path. Your grandparents open your 7-star, you get your first time long shot? Plus, your dad is getting Paragon in a few days. Dude, congrats to him, and congrats to you. Longshot is fantastic. You don't even need the awakening either. Very nice, dude. Alright. I can't remember if he's immune to stuff. Narrow shock and reverse control. I think he has some other evade stuff too that I'll probably get hit by. Yeah. Dude, I don't know why that has no sound effect on my game. Like, is it supposed to? Also, I don't know how to disable his evade. It seems like knocking him down did the trick. Ouch. Oh, whoopsie daisy. I don't think he needs it. Nah, he's still okay with that awakening. It's more of just like a convenience thing more than anything. Ouch. Okay. Well, we could have taken less damage on that fight. I had I known I needed to knock him down, but you know what? We figure things out in the fog of war, or whatever. But yeah, he's still really strong. Your dad's got a rank 2 Stormax. Gambit, that's an interesting choice. Ooh, Misty as well. He's thinking Rintra. I also think Rintra. I wholeheartedly endorse that decision. 100% has my blessing on that. Rintra is an absolute animal. No pun intended. Dude, Kabam needs to fix his Bastion special too. It's always weird to me that it like it lags. It's like slow for some reason. Like he'll stick in the ground. Like right here, see? He just hangs out. Also, I never noticed before, but when the camera zooms out for that special attack, you can actually see his like little tendril things come through the ground. Kind of cool. Yeah, he just like sits there and lets you hit into him. It's glorious. You got Rintra the second he dropped into the Titan straight to rank 3. Dude, and honestly, like, no second thoughts either. I need to take mine to rank 4. I really do. Ah, crud. I thought I had only 1 bar. You know, it's fine. He's dead. Your dad could get Paragon today if he does level 5 for the 5-10% choose the same class. Dude. What, where's your dad at in the story, Cade? Let's see if we can get lucky with, bleeds again. Nah, not as lucky as last time, but... Are we doing this, She-Hulk? We're doing this again, aren't we? There we go. You're surprised I haven't taken it? Well, I've just, all of my resources have been getting a champion of each class, you know? If I didn't pull Nico, I probably would have. But I think Nico, as much as I love Rintra, takes priority there. He was at 635, he was at 625 2 days ago. So he's doing story. I mean, if he just keeps doing story content, that's the way. Alright, let's take science, I guess. That wasn't too bad of a side quest. Probably do every difficulty, I guess, right? Unfortunately, that doesn't, like, still doesn't really give us any stuff. But, dude, that's exciting. Gotta get through Act 6 can be not the funnest in the world. It's kind of fun. What's in the pass for these? Ooh, we can get even more. Man, even the second highest difficulty is not too bad. You're between Bastion, Elsa, and Scream? I think my personal vote would probably be Bastion, but I have heard good things about Scream, so that is also an option. Nico wasn't in it, yeah. I actually kind of like quests like this where, like, you can run through and do all the difficulties, you know what I mean? You hate it. Yeah, X6. Dude, what's crazy is that it's been nerfed. That's what is, like, so hard for a lot of people. A lot of people can't even comprehend how annoying X6 used to be. I think if it was, like, old X6, I don't think it would be as big of a deal as, like, it was back then if you were to, like, go back in time. Just because we have more champions, there would be, like, more options, you know what I mean? But back then, dude, like, with all the class gates and stuff, Act 6 was just obnoxious. They definitely, like, wanted it to be roadblock content. They still do, honestly. But yeah, X6 was where boys became men. Dude, honestly, it still is. That's kind of surprising to me, Cade. I've never really considered Elsa that tough of like a defender or anything. I wonder why. That actually really surprises me. Maybe they just are unfamiliar with like how she works? Imagine being so jealous that you have to compensate for calling a champion mid when they're not. Dude, no, Spidey, that's impossible. Spider-Woman's too OP on defense. That can't happen. You must be cheating. Man, no bleeds. Are you for real right now? There we go. At least we got one. Oh, you still timed out? Okay. But you won, though. That's what matters. That's what I'm saying, man. It's like you're cheating. Right. That's what I'm saying, Charles. Like, it was so limited back then. That's why I wonder if, like, with how the power, has, like, ramped up in this game, and, like, the champion diversity is now, like, I really wonder if, like, I mean, first of all, never do it, but I wonder how it would be with, like, today's champs. I mean, I can just ignore the power stings entirely, Zemo. They don't do enough damage. Maybe if that was like the health pool from old Elder difficulty. Dude, that's great. Wait, Ensnare didn't always fail the root? Dude, you should have used Spider-Woman, don't you know? 5-star Captain America? Dude, I don't even remember, like, back far enough to remember, like, what the strats were. I just remember it being annoying. I really don't know why I don't have audio there. Zemo, do you have audio for Maker Special 1 on your PC client? Out of curiosity? He's totally bleeding to death. Beautiful. There's a synergy where when he was below 40% health, everything is perfect block. I see. That could make sense. Who did I use here before? I used Nefaria. Oh, that's gonna damage me a lot. Oh well. See, dude, Bastion just stays there with his, like, spears in the floor for no reason. It's the weirdest thing, man. One of these days, dudes, I want to do a new account challenge. I am, like... It's been so long since I've done a lot of that content. It'd be really fun, I think. Oh, that is enough. Okay, never mind. Big time crit. Oh my gosh. Cole for higher sig bullseye is kind of because he purifies debuffs. Oh, yeah, with the armor breaks. No slow debuffs. You had to use champions with staggers. Dude, and that's pre-buff Juggernaut right there. I love it when, like, Venom can just ignore everything because his damage on his bleeds is so gross. The fight's over before you can die. Yeah, why do I even need Nico on the team? She's kind of like riding the pine. I guess for like for style points. Is it bad that I wish we still had like I don't know. I don't know. I kind of miss the glory days a little bit. Like when that kind of content was ridiculously hard. And don't get me wrong, I'm glad with how it is now, but the thing that was cool is like you feel like more accomplished when you actually finish it, you know? Which, like, I mean, I still feel accomplished if I like take like the Dread Emperor Doom down or whatever. Like, it's still difficult, but Act 6 was like different, you know? Dude, that's impressive, Cade. They just need someone to go... Dude, you need to just go pilot their account and get them past Chapter 6. Do them a solid. I don't know. I guess that's like what we have Everest content for now, you know? Like that's where like the fulfilling stuff comes from. Like finishing like Epoch, like stuff like that. Wongers. Buddy. Oh, he went unstoppable. Unlucky. Oh, no. What do I do? He's destroying me. Yo, Stud, what's up, man? Because of how ridiculous it was. Dude, I only stopped playing just because of how annoyingly grindy the alliances I was in were. I definitely could see, like, quitting because the difficulty had kind of ramped a little bit too far. Man, that just like has some crazy reach to it, man. Absolutely ludicrous range. Dude, we're gonna have so many champions in the future that like their power gain can't be changed in any way just because Nefaria is like a champion that exists. Or they're just gonna use nodes to like directly counter him. I feel like they're gonna look at the stats and see how many people use Nefaria in 9.3 and be like, oh my gosh, what have we done? It might be like a Spider-Woman type of event. Dare I say. Alright, She-Hulk in the bin. Slashing tires. I remember that one. What exactly was the, what exactly did that node do again, though? Okay, well that was easiest shards of my freaking life, dude. And now we just go, like, crush the smaller difficulties. Make sure I'm not gonna, like, max out on Mysterium. No. Should I bring somebody else instead of Nico just for fun? Bring Coal Obsidian. Bring Mole Man. I mean, it won't matter. I'm in the lower difficulty to the point where it'll be like a few combos. I mean, that's a pretty large number, Cade. Like, that's almost every single one in the pool. If you dash back twice, you suffer direct damage. Oh, that's right. It's like you're gonna block and you're gonna like it. You've never opened a loyalty crystal? Dude, you gotta do it. There's some fun champs in there, you know? That's a pretty good amount, Zemo. As far as champions that are actually in the basic, that's like over half. Oh, almost got me, Carolina Dean. Almost. Dude, and the bummer about that, Charles, is then they have to... They went ahead and nerfed all the perfect block stuff. Dude, you got a new Gallon. Nice. I think you'll enjoy him. He makes a lot of fights, like, really simplified, Cade. He can do Battlegrounds fights pretty quickly, too. So, it's definitely solid. Love me some old man, dude. Your most wanted is Cass? Dude, I will say, I like Cassandra Nova. Dude, I'm just telling you, like, I don't know if you've played her at all yet, Cade, but how slow her dash back is really kind of, like, throws me off on, like, playing her. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Charles. He's really good if you hate Penny Parker. Oh boy, that's big to make. But I used my 6-star all the time, and then he just got to the point where, like, well, he's a 6-star, and 7-stars are a little bit too beefy. And instead of killing every champion you're fighting in one harvest, you'd have to do 2. Which, like, isn't the worst thing in the world, but it led to a noticeable fall off. Dang, we're taking everyone down in a single Venom special too. That's crazy. I know this is like one of the lower difficulties though. It's kind of expected. I could probably do the fight with Bastion too. Probably can like outpace his regeneration. Let's find out. Oh, just about. Just about. Ooh, the relic does damage. That's interesting. Wonder if that's supposed to be a thing. Meet again, She-Hulk. Dude, I have 0 regrets over rank 4 Venom. Dude is an absolute beast. Speaking of which, I think I max sigged my relic for Venom today. Love the content. Stopped playing the game for a while, Thronebreaker. You joined back a couple months ago, and you're now Valiant. Dude, that's quick progression, Samuel. Very nice. You've only done RTTL? RTTL. What is RTTL? From the special. I'm trying to think what that is. Realm of Legends from Special Quest. Next to improve your roster. Dude, I think if you haven't done Epoch of Pain is pretty fun. Some of those paths can be pretty challenging, but there's like a lot of good progression to be had there. Oh, Road to the Labyrinth. Thank you. Yeah, if you're not done with all story, yeah, like Zemo's saying. I think story content is like a lot easier bang for your buck, but if you're thinking of like special quest related stuff, I would say probably Epoch or The Ordeal. And if you have an Okoye and you haven't cleared Epoch yet, there's a pretty easy strategy to clear that, like semi-easy, on my channel. You looked at the gameplay and walkthrough and you're like, oh my gosh, you don't think you have the right roster? Yeah, if you don't have the right roster, then it can be kind of punishing, Samuel. You may have the right roster for Ordeal. That's possible. There are, like, probably quite a few champions that work for Epoch. The champions I personally used, I think, were almost universally, like, some of the best. That was just my own doing because I just take forever to do content in this game. But like, if you did want to plan something like that, I'm sure there's like plenty of people in the chat or like that could help you, like give input on matchups and stuff, as well as like in my Discord. Except for the pain. What's up, Aaron? Cade, I wouldn't be surprised if they go back on the nerf or if they give rank down tickets. You just won't feel it's bad. Yeah, definitely go through in 100% stuff then, Samuel. The all the oh, you have Okoye? You could do one path on Epoch then. You can definitely go do the Nebula path on Epoch of Pain with just Okoye. It doesn't even matter who else you bring. You could probably bring somebody for the boss, but that's about it. If you're not sure how to do that, there is a video on my channel about using Okoye in Epoch of Pain. I definitely recommend you give that a look. And then once you see what I'm talking about, you'll understand that you can definitely do it. And then Serpent as well, even if he's unduped, is exceptional. You can use him on the Cosmic Path as well. Yeah, you just dex the whole way. Okay, you did see it. Yeah, I would go do that, honestly. The Epoch rewards are very good for the first time clear. And then just kind of like evaluate your roster and see what you actually can or can't do. Like, I found with a lot of those quests, I had a champion that would work, whether it was ideal or not. Like I said, I was probably a little more lucky than not, but also, why am I not getting bleeds? Here we go. There's the big damage. Because of the ensnare, yeah, dude. Okoye will just crush that path. But yeah, there are like some unorthodox champions you can also bring for Epoch. Outside of the classic go-tos. No, Charles, she can be any rank. You could bring in a 2-star Okoye. I mean, you can't, because I think you have to go through the like class gate, but I'm just saying that like any Okoye would work. Dude, I wish it was a Friday for me. It's Thursday for me. It's 8 p.m. Yeah, the Discord is in the description for my live stream, Samuel. It's a little bit, like I always tell people it's in the works, but we have general chats that get the job done right now, so. And to be honest, dude, unless you like really want to go full-blown deep it back into the game, the best way to not get burnt out and quit the game is to just stay in a chill alliance, man. Sounds like you already got it going. You guys, you're in the UK? Man. 3 a.m. too. Holy crap. That is late. Nick, you did the whole path with Sandman, no revives, but got destroyed by Ares. Yeah, dude, Ares is going to be your biggest barrier to entry. Like, watch all the videos you can, but that's only going to prepare you, like, so much. Ares is just kind of a different beast. Like, expect to use revives there. Jabari, Venom, Okoye? Yeah. Yep. And then, you'd probably want to use Venom for Ares, maybe? That's a little bit tough, because you're not going to get... The thing that's tricky about that team, Charles, is Ares takes away any sort of, like, stat boost you have from a buff. So, like, Venom won't be benefiting from his Furies or anything, I don't think. And then he also takes no damage from damage over time effects, so bleed won't hurt Ares. Abyss has returned, everybody. Welcome Abyss back. Like, I recommend just using, like, a basic champion with, like, the highest attack stat you can find. Or any sort of champion with, like, an assisted intercept mechanic. Like Bullseye can work for that. Juggernaut with his Unstoppable when you're going down the Mystic path can do really well. Just for that last phase of Ares, if you can intercept them, you can remove charges pretty quickly. But as far as videos, I am not the best guy to watch on Ares. I got so much better at the very last path, but it was getting better too late. No doubt in my mind, though, if I did that fight on my phone, it would have been infinitely better. Doing it on PC was a little tricky, at least for me. Plus, I was doing it like super late at night. That did me no favors. I did watch it today, Abyss. I did. Because I remember you guys mentioned it to me yesterday, and I wanted to see what it looked like. It looks pretty dang cool. I hope they bring it to PC eventually. I also read the Wikipedia on the DC zombie like comic book run that we talked about yesterday too. It seemed pretty cool. It seems like pretty much the entire DC universe gets like smoked basically. I mean, obviously, I think eventually the good guys win from what I understood. But dude, even Superman got infected, which is kind of wild. Spoiler alert. Which game? For the last 15 years, I would have said Call of Duty, but dude, lately COD is like for me. Like, and I think part of it is just because I know what the old Call of Duty used to be. So like current Call of Duty is just bad. It just is. Especially when you're comparing it to the glory days. And that's like setting nostalgia aside. It just objectively is worse. So I'd probably say Mortal Kombat, honestly. You do get the vigor charges, Charles. But yeah, the Deceased storyline was pretty cool. I also watched Marvel Zombies today, and it was okay. It wasn't like my favorite watch in the world. Comics Explained, I have seen that YouTube channel. I think I used to be subscribed to them for a while. The lore of all the Mortal Kombat characters. Dude, I just love watching Mortal Kombat. Like the game, not the movies. Although I think they're making a new Mortal Kombat movie. Maybe that'll be really good. But dude, if you watch Mortal Kombat at a professional level, oh, it's so entertaining to me. It's like, and that goes for any fighting game. I freaking love watching competitive fighting games. It's like my guilty pleasure, I guess. Also, I know I'll never be able to play an actual fighting game other than MCOC. My brain gets too confused. I think I can only handle swipe and tap. I couldn't handle, like, do a quarter turn on a joystick or, like, input the buttons in this combination. But I grew up on first-person shooters, so that's my excuse. Dude, I thought it was only okay, this. Heck yeah, welcome in, Samuel. Those rank 4 decks are out on the prowl. You gotta watch your back, Aaron. Speaking of competitive fighting games, though, also Street Fighter. That's really, really entertaining to watch. I love me some Street Fighter. I think they actually announced a new Street Fighter character either today or yesterday. Something like that. Did I watch all 4 episodes? I did, Abyss. I did. I did. Oh, I forgot there was... Wait, there's one more hit on that? Yo, what's up, Beefcake? How you doing? Surprise 4 they're making? Wait, what? Kate, that sounds fake. Is that a real thing? I mean, I know they'll make movies about just about anything now. But that does not sound real. Although I guess we got a Winnie the Pooh horror movie, so anything is on the table now. But I don't think SpongeBob is like in public domain like Winnie the Pooh is. To my knowledge. You seen the trailer? And are you sure it wasn't fan-made, Cade? Like, there's a lot of fan-made trailers out there for movies that, like, don't actually exist. We got one more left, fellas. Also, dude, growing up, Winnie the Pooh is the GOAT. Like an absolute unit. I guess there's no nodes on the lowest difficulty. Because this was special damage. This was power shield, I think. Dude, I'm actually kind of like I don't really like horror movies. I'm actually kind of excited they're making a Phasmophobia movie. That could be cool. I don't know how many of you guys know this. I'm a huge enjoyer of Phasmophobia. I play that game all the time. When I'm not playing MCOC, I've been playing Phasmophobia lately. Or Rocket League. It's my guilty pleasure. I am big on the ghost hunting. Gentle, Spidey. You should have opened it yesterday if you had one. The lucky streak we were on yesterday was unbelievable. Hint, it's more SIGs you don't want. It's got to be gentle, right? It's either going to be gentle or Falcon. I don't know who else you would not want SIGs on. Oh, you only got them from today? Dang. That sucks. Dude, in case any of you guys weren't here in the chat, yesterday was like the most baffling display of good fortune and luck I've ever seen. Like, everybody in the chat was pulling really good crystal pulls. I had really good pulls yesterday. It was so bizarre, man. You got another Bastion? Hey, that's not too bad. You've been playing a ton of Borderlands 4? Dude, I still have yet to play any sort of Borderlands game in my life. Yeah, Kate, I've never actually seen a Conjuring movie, but I've seen, like... I was talking with one of my buddies, and we were talking about... he was telling me about his experience with the Conjuring movies. And he said literally nothing is scary about them because it's just, like, really tacky things on a camera that, like, isn't actually that intimidating or scary. Because nothing actually really happens, I think he was saying. And then he said that it just kind of becomes a bunch of, like, jump scares later on, and, like, it's not even really that scary. So I think you're not alone in that. But dude, I usually just don't like scary movies that much. They've just never really, like, buttered my biscuit, you know? They've never floated my boat. Man, do I want to? Yeah, whatever. I'm trying to think if there's ever any horror movie I've like legitimately thought was like, wow, that's a good movie. Yeah, I really don't know. I don't think there is. But again, I do kind of stay away from them. You liked the first Conjuring? I mean, clearly a lot of other people did too, or they wouldn't have made like however many they have now. That and like, what is it? Paranormal Activity? Is that the one that also has a ton of movies? I will say, I think those movies usually all do really well because they're not very expensive to produce. And they make a ton of money. Or like, what's that one with the chick that crawls out of the well? I've had people tell me that one was kind of scary. I know the ghost name is like Sadako, right? Know that from Dead by Daylight. I don't actually know the title of the movie, though. Dude, I would like... Give me like a nice comedy or like a nice like heist movie. Or like a crime-solving movie. That's what I'm down with. Like National Treasure, banger. Knives Out, solid movie. Just like the mystery-solving movies are really fun too. The Ring, okay, yeah, thank you. The Ring. Is it called The Ring because of the well, or is there like an actual ring that you wear? Ooh, also documentaries kind of bang hard. Like if it's especially if it's kind of like a conspiracy theory documentary, I'm all for it. Have I seen Now You See Me? Oh, yes. Dude, I'm excited for the third one. I'm stoked. I hope they do it justice. Now You See Me 1 and 2 were fantastic. Yeah, that is a good shout. If you guys haven't seen any of the Now You See Me movies, they're fantastic. Dude, 4-star Awakening gem crystal? Huge. That's gonna game changer for the account. Dang, yeah, that wasn't too bad, man. I don't know that it was like the most super funnest thing in the world, but it was like a pretty good side quest, I would say, especially after like the annoying boss rush that I wasn't a huge fan of. Okay. Let's blow the rest of this. I don't think that's gonna give me an exalted, right? Yeah, I don't know. Well, it'll be close though. I will keep buying those until I get a 7-star from an exalted crystal. You can't stop me. It's called The Ring because of the ring that appears on the TV when you watch the tape? Oh, okay. And then she like crawls out of your TV and murders you? Or something? You own both of them? Dude, solid movies to watch. I also like myself a good, like, if I'm looking for a TV show, I just like a good old, like, whodunit. You know what I mean? Like, give me Psych, or like The Mentalist, or like Castle. Great TV shows to just kick back, hop in some like MCOC arena, and you just kind of get to work, you know? Oh, I forgot how long it takes to go through the alloy stuff. You know what I wish they had for this? Instead of like bringing up multiple like menu pop-ups over and over and over again, I wish you could just like have a zoomed out view of every single color and then you just had a plus or a minus like where that alloy was, and you could adjust like however many you want for each alloy, and then boom, one menu, you click OK and you get everything you want. It bothers me that I have to keep going through like pop-up after pop-up after pop-up after pop-up. I feel like there's a better way. But again, the better way wouldn't make Kabam money, so I don't know if we'll ever get it. Same reason we'll never get a help all button. Unfortunately. You've sent your roster in Discord. You just never have gold. Even after arenas and incursions and quests, you just keep ranking someone until you run out of gold. Dude, Samuel, it'll take a while. Like, this game is like really punishing when it comes to gold when you're just starting out. The only reason that I have a ton, frankly, is just because like I played long enough that I can, for the most part, like coast. What I would recommend is if you're not in an alliance, get in an alliance. And if you find that you really need gold, you can use your loyalty to buy gold crystals. And if you just like religiously do that, you'll start to build up a reserve over time. And then, yeah, you just got to play a lot of arena. And that's like your best bet. But it sounds like that's what you're already doing, so... and as your roster grows too, you'll be able to get more and more points in arena, so it'll start to level out. And then this offer right here, I know it's like lower for lower tiers, but it's like pretty dang good as far as like cost goes for getting gold. But yeah, it can kind of be a bottleneck. I'm very fortunate with like the fact that I've just been able to get along with how much gold I have. And to be honest, the reason for that is because I saved like my battle chips for like half the year last year, and I opened them all during Christmas, and ever since then I've just had a persistent like crazy amount of gold. So if you can get to that level, maybe you'll be okay. But it will start rolling in eventually. Better days are ahead, I promise. Endgame content does give a lot of gold as well, yeah. You can also do the if you really need gold in a pinch, the classic difficulty for like the back issues. That's also a thing you can clear to get gold, I believe. Oh yeah, okay. Dude, you have a silver samurai? Dude, your roster is awesome. Are you kidding me? You just trying to flex, Samuel? Oh my gosh. Dude, and Solvark. Dude, that's sick. I think you could definitely do some epoch. Oh, you even have a Sandman. You could absolutely do the Nebula path, at the very least. Venom I used in epoch as well, and he did pretty good. And then you can use the 6-star Onslaught and Kushala for some of those paths. I think you could do a pretty decent amount of epoch, actually. Because Serpent can like hard carry for a while. Okoye can do that whole path on her own. You might even be able to work Captain Britain in there. I'm not quite sure. I'm not all too familiar with her current kit. But dude, I am pretty peanut butter and jealous of that 7-star Silver Samurai, man. Next, I don't know that I would... I mean, I love Venom as a champion. I would recommend you rank Venom. I don't know that I would recommend you rank Sandman. We're just saying he's an option for that Epoch path. All right, let's see. I got the these ones, yeah. Let's crack and I'll do crack open all these. It's kind of an odd number to have, no? Like I have leftover shards. Is there like 1,000 I'm missing somewhere? That's bizarre. Okay. Well, we got 6. Do you guys think I'll get a 7-star from 6 of these? Maybe if we opened them yesterday, because our luck was absolutely crazy. That's crazy, though. I'm gonna rob you and take it. Aaron, I did get basic for my rebirths from the event. Dude, I really like his design, Samuel. I think he'll be really good, like, for days to come as well. Because, like, if the way I think about it is, like, dude, there's no champion immune to gaining combo. Like, his attack is always going to be there. Unless they, like, made a champion that does that, which is possible. But right now, like, he can work on attack against almost anyone. Unless you have debuffs you have to deal with, but... What do we got? Crystal numero uno, Mojo. Ugh, he looks like he has dentures with his like little hologram. Strike one, chat. Yeah, dude. Silver Samurai crushes Yelena. 7-star, rank 4, Null, Gallon, Jean Grey, Wolf, or Red Skull? I know Abyss is gonna... God of the Abyss is gonna recommend Null, I promise. Personally, I would go with Red Skull or Jean Grey, I think. I think Jean Grey probably does more than Red Skull, but if you're like weak in the tech department, he's still really good. I think people sleep on him as an attacker personally too. You have a 6-star Gallon, but rank 1. Yeah, he is really good as a 6-star Samuel, but he'll fall off the further you progress in story, just because health pools are higher. I probably wouldn't invest in a 6-star right now, just because he exists as a 7-star. I can't prove it, but I'm right. Yeah, I figured. Pop the last crystal? I don't know, maybe. Do you guys think that'll give me good luck? I think we're set to get all 5-stars here. My streak of not hitting on these crystals continues. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, if you could go ahead and drop a like, it really helps my channel grow. And, dude, we are getting so dang close to 500 subscribers, and that is the goal. By the way, if you're not subscribed, please check, make sure you are, all that kind of stuff. Oh, there's another 5-star. I actually would have been a little bit upset with Nefaria there. I mean, it's Titan Shards, but he's a Mexic. She does not need the dupe, no, Fab. It's a ridiculously nice quality of life dupe, though. Oh, that's the strat. Okay. We'll try it. I'll try it. Dang, man, this is some bad luck so far. I tell you what, dude, I'll be browsing Reddit sometimes and I'll see people like snagging 7-star after 7-star from these. I'm so jealous. Nothing doing, man. What was it? Is it it was another Quicksilver, I think. Yeah. Dang it, dudes. We tried our best. Don't hunt you down. No, you're okay. I'm well acquainted with the gambling mechanics of this game. I know the odds. Dang, it's a pity that we're like 7k basic 7 stars away. Oh, and we're so close to another exalted too. I don't think I have anything else in the tank though, unless we get 7-star shards from this, which is possible. Nope. Dude, the Valiant Daily, I still can't believe that it exists. It's so ridiculously strong, dude. Gotta open my 6-stone crystals now that they're important. As you can see, I just usually ignore the 6-stone crystals. I have 1,735 5-star 6-stones. That's crazy. Want to open you. I'm going to save my max sig ability crystals, I think, just for funsies. Until we have a bunch, and then we'll see if we can snag Immortal Iron Fist. They really need, like, I know I can scroll with my scroll wheel on my mouse, but I wish there was like a bar on the right or left hand side that I could use to scroll up and down my crystals. That would be such a nice PC quality of life thing. Dude, but what if I got lucky on this? I could get Mr. Knight. Think about it, chat. For only 300 units. Just saying. It could happen. What are my thoughts on 7-star Juggernaut? I think he is fantastic. And especially now that you've awakened him, he's really good, Fab. He's just a really solid, like, if you have a complicated fight, you kind of just take Juggernaut in there and you just smash it until it dies. He's also really good if you can't parry, because he has like an assisted intercept in the sense that he's unstoppable. He also has stagger, and then when he's awakened, he has nullify. He's a very strong champion. The downside of that, however, is prestige is now important if you want to get like optimized rewards every month. So you may need to weigh the cost to that, because Juggernaut does have the lowest prestige in the game. He's abysmal for prestige. So if you're going to invest in him to rank 4 even, which I think he's a rank 4 worthy champion, you're going to be eating quite a bit of a prestige drop from that. So it's just something to think about. Even though for some crystals you've been more into hoarding, you can't bring yourself to hoard as many crystals as I do. I've heard that before, Charles. I am I just, so many of these, my account's like to the point where it's like, why would I open it anyway? Like, what is it going to bring me? It's going to bring me like duplicates of champions that are just going to turn into ISO that is just going to expire in the stash. Why would I open them, right? And like, I don't need these items. Like, I don't feel the need to sig up my 6 stars or 3 stars or 5 stars or 4 stars. Like, they just kind of exist there. I never need alliance boosts. And then like these rewards are outdated in this crystal. Like, there's pretty much nothing worth my time. And then I'll open gold crystals when I need gold, but as you can see, that hasn't happened for a minute, you know? And that's my point. Like, I just don't need these things to expire, so I might as well keep them in a crystal, because those don't go into your stash, you know? I would probably go with Shathra on that, Fab. What's up, LK? Maybe don't open Mr. Knight crystals? Yeah, you're not wrong, Samuel. Was Mr. Knight buffed? You read in Global some people insulting Kabam for it? Not to my knowledge, Fab. I don't think they wouldn't buff him or nerf him until his like reassessment period, which is usually a few months after the champion releases. Correct. Yes, Charles. If you take Juggernaut into a fight, make sure it's not a fight where you're going to be inflicted with a non-damaging debuff. And that goes for nodes too. Like, for instance, in the side quest today, you would get inflicted with a power sting. that'll turn off Juggernaut's ability to go unstoppable. You can turn it back on by throwing a special one, or it's any special, I think. But it can be really annoying to deal with sometimes. Yeah, the Prestige is honestly criminal. Guys, they need to change that. I'm okay with Prestige existing, but there should be a line, right? Where, like, a champion just cannot have that low of Prestige. It just feels so punishing, because, like, Juggernaut is such a strong champion, but if you're, like, free to play, you're not coming by rank 4s a lot in this game right now, and you're actually really handicapping yourself by, like, not trying to optimize your rank ups, like, because that's such a big decision, and you don't get to make it frequently. So if you're ranking up a Juggernaut, you're actively, like, kneecapping yourself, which is really unfortunate. You're just, because the extra rewards are going to add up over time, right? Everything's going to compound over itself. And you could potentially be putting yourself a lot further behind just for ranking up, like, Juggernaut, who is, like, a really good champion. I think there needs to be a base. Like, no matter what, a champion prestige will be as low as this number. I just think it's crazy. Hey, my favorite person is here. What is up? I saw that, by the way, you mad lad. Guys, by the way, if you do donate to the channel, please let me know. We did get a donation from my favorite person yesterday, but I did not know. I figured it out after the fact. So thank you very much. Also, if you are interested in donating, shameless plug, that is in the video description. But thank you very much. I appreciate that. But yeah, honestly, Charles, like, I wouldn't hoard it all if the inventory in this game wasn't so, like, limiting. Dude, that art on Mr. Knight looks really cool, though, I will say. I think I might hop into this arena and try and get a copy of him real quick. We'll just finish out the rest of the stream probably with arena. You didn't know you could just win going ham with Jugs? Oh, pretty much, dude. Pretty much. And he's like fairly tanky. It's kind of like a, hey, I don't really have the proper counter for this fight, so I'm just gonna, like, bring in whoever. And then it just works. Did I read your last? No, I didn't, sorry. You saw on Sweet A's community page, he had 2 million 7-star shards and 600,000 Titan shards? That's crazy. Why? Like, what is his goal? Hey, thank you, my favorite person. That's ludicrous. That's lunacy. Yeah, he must not have that gambler's mindset. Well, Samuel, I've been playing since the game came out, though. It's not a very... it's not a very fair comparison. To be fair, though, I've taken a lot of breaks. I often wonder, how stacked would my account be if I didn't, like, take breaks for years at a time? Because there's people... people that have only had their account for, like, a year that are further than me. Because I drag my feet a little bit. Oh, he's still saving for a 7-star of the champion? I respect the hustle, dude. One day. Like, I don't feel like the champion is too OP. Give the man his champ, dude. He wants to catch them all. Dude, if you really want to catch them all, you just crack open the old credit card. That's the real strat. Dude, okay, this is... Now you guys got me started on, like, Pokemon stuff. Yes, Deathless Ghost Rider would be sick. Have you guys seen all this, like, controversy around, like, Pokemon? And how they're... So we all know they're suing Pal World, which they're suing for like infringement on their IP, basically. Because for those of you that don't know, Power World is basically Pokemon. With like, it has a lot more different mechanics to it than that. So that, in my opinion, I don't think it's really ripping off Pokemon, but Nintendo does because they're a big bad guy. But dude, they're trying to like patent, or no, they already did. They like patented the idea that you could like summon a character to like battle, which is crazy because that mechanic is in like so many video games that like it's kind of wild, dude. Nintendo is really making themselves the bad guy in the last few years with like the pricing on their Switch 2 games and stuff. It's wild. Yeah, Samuel, I think it's good to stop playing this game once in a while though, just for like mental health. Like, dude, like when I was in some like top tier competitive alliances, which was like near like the beginning of this game, basically. It was like a full-time job. It got so annoying. Concept of adaptive difficulties, nice. Yeah, the adaptive difficulty, I said it many a time. It just is gonna widen the gap between spenders and not spenders. And ultimately, I think that could lead to like some serious problems down the road, Charles. Like whenever you see class divides, even in like real society, it always causes a problem. Spidey, I don't know though, dude, because you like have had really bad luck with Titans lately. Pokemon isn't suing Nintendo. Yeah, that's true. I mean, they're probably basically one and the same at this point. Like Nintendo probably owns like all the stock in the world. Favorite Pokemon? I'm not sure. Let me think about that. I have Vaporeon. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I think Empoleon. I really enjoyed the Diamond and Pearl games, and I chose Piplup as my starter because like adorable penguin, and I think Empoleon has just like such a sick design. So probably Empoleon. You can make an argument for Mudkip too. I guess I just really like water types. I don't know. As far as like a lot of the newer Pokemon go though, I'm like pretty out of the loop. The last like mainline Pokemon game I played was Sword and Shield. Spidey, I think they should have slowly, like if the top 30 champions was their goal all along with Prestige, I've said this before too, I think they should have slowly ramped it up to where like they did top 10 Prestige and then give people time to adjust to that, and then maybe you can raise the bar to like top 20 and then top 30 and then maybe stop there because I think that's too large for any sort of new account to get to. But again, like, or here's an idea, and I'm sorry we're rehashing this. We've already had the conversation about this, but since it feels like progression is like largely unimportant now anyway, maybe like if you're Thronebreaker, the Prestige is based on your top 15 champions. If you're Paragon, it's your top 20. And then if you're Valiant, it's like top 30 champions, because maybe by then your top 30 champions should be more fleshed out. That's also another idea. Dude, again, I just think the whole thing was, they kind of fumbled it, honestly. I think the ramp should have been a lot slower, or they should have told us way more ahead of time than they did, because they only gave us like a few months to prepare, basically. Brazil, welcome in, Marcos. Or Marco, probably don't pronounce the S, I'm guessing. From Brazil, that's crazy. Empoleon Beast, heck yeah, dude. Water Steel. Dude, Darkrai is kind of sick too, I'm not gonna lie. And then I think my favorite Sword and Shield Pokemon would be Hydreigon. Well, I don't know that I think he was in black and white, wasn't he? I'm not sure. Yeah, High Dragon is sick, dude. I played the crap out of Sword and Shield, though. I got the shiny charm in that game, even. You guys need me to get you a shiny on Pokemon Shield or Sword? I got you. Name your prize. Maybe one day, when our hardware is advanced enough, chat, we'll do a Pokemon stream. That would be elite. Gengar, Umbreon, and Absol. Dude, the Pokedex entry for Absol is kind of wild, isn't it? Isn't it like basically Absol causes chaos everywhere? Gengar will eternally be like a banger Pokemon, Abyss. I think like he'll always be a fan favorite. Like the Absol and what is it, Zangoose? Like beef. Yours is Greninja? I don't think that's basic. I think Greninja is freaking cool. Like, dude, it's a Pokemon Ninja. What isn't dope about that? Nah, no shame in Greninja at all. Oh, Zangoose and Survivor. Okay. That's right. Dude, look at that. I got the special index. Oh my gosh. Back to back? Am I getting better at that? Your favorite Pokemon? Oh, Aggron. I totally missed that. Aggron is sick. Ooh, you know what? Tyranitar is ridiculously high on my list, too. Tyranitar is sick, dude. Shiny Survivor is one of your prized possessions. Dude, any shiny Pokemon is awesome. Unless it's the Pokemon that look like the exact same as shiny. That's not as awesome. Ooh, also Magneton? Dude, I'm now realizing I have a lot of favorite Pokemon. I still think Empoleon is at the top, though. But Tyranitar, Hydreigon, Magneton, those are, like, kind of my boys. Ghost? Yo, God of the Abyss, I will say, watching Blade absolutely dunk on Zombie Ghost was really entertaining. I think easily the best part of that entire show, the Marvel Zombies show, is Blade. Kind of saved it for me, actually. You know what? I wouldn't blame you if you did, Spidey. Ooh, for Alligator, yeah. Dude, the water types just are so good all the time. Typhlosion. Typhlosion was really cool. Infernape? Dude, my brother was an Infernape enjoyer. My natural enemy. Of course. Mix of Torch and Hitmonkey? Dude, I like the MCOC description. That's good. Also extremely accurate. Alright, well... maybe this will kill him. I don't know. It's not gonna have bonus damage. Nope. Close, though. Dude, you guys are giving me like the strange urge to just go to like a Pokédex website and like look at everything Pokemon. Just like for the nostalgia hit alone. Espeon, your mine is Umbreon. Dude, you're like yin and yang. I think my favorite evolution is probably Jolteon. I really like electric type as well. Wonder when we'll get a steel type evolution. There's not a steel Eevee, is there, right? Is that the only type that there's not an evolution for now? Or no, there's no rock type either, I don't think, right? Or ground. Dang, I'm surprised we're still missing so many evolutions. Probably because, like, having a solo type might be too OP for them? I don't know. Man, I thought... Dude, I don't know why I thought there was an evolution for every Pokemon type, but there's not. Okay, so we have water. They have Vaporeon, Flareon, Jolteon, Umbreon, Espeon, Sylveon, I think, and then Leafeon and Glaceon. See, I know them all. Dude, that's actually surprising. There's not like a steel, rock, or ground. Is that all that's missing? I think so, right? I wonder if there's something like where if they existed, they would like destroy the balance of the game somehow. I don't know. I'm not like a Pokemon aficionado. I watch the occasional Wolf Glick video, if you know what I mean, but not like religiously or anything. W Pokefan. I know enough. But like I said, there's a lot of like new Pokemon that I'm really not well acquainted with. Dude, it's just because the Switch won. Like, I know everyone was always saying how like the new Pokemon games like sucked on them. Oh, there's no dragon either. Good call. Good call. Yeah, that's okay. So dragon, ground, rock, steel then. Dude, a dragon evolution? That would be kind of cool. Someone should plug that into AI. I bet you could get some really sick images. Drakeon? That could be a cool name. Like Draco, like dragon. Drakeon? I bet that would be the name. Dude, now I'm really wondering why they don't exist. I actually want to go plug that into like ChatGPT and see if it'll generate an image. No poison. No, or bug. Or bug. We're all forgetting about bug, guys. There's actually way more than I thought. Or fighting. Oh my gosh. Or ghost. Holy cow. Why did I forget about all those types? Never mind. I suck. They should have one for every type. That would be epic. RIP Bug, dude. Bug needs to be stronger. Bug does seem like the forgotten child of Pokemon, man. No flying type. Oh my gosh, yeah, there's even another one. Yeah, there's a lot of types there's no evolution for. I don't know. Wow. Dude, and I forgot about all these. Oh, that's embarrassing. But to be fair, we all kind of did. It's just flying type would just be like Eevee with regular wings. Dang. Pokemon, get on that. We need more Eevee. Like, don't they sell so much Eevee merch anyway? Think about the numbers they could pull if they made more Eeveelutions. Toxeon? I could see that. It's just like a sludge monster, like muck looking Eevee. It's like drippy and purple, but like has a little bit more form obviously than muck. Dude, like there's cool character designs, man. I bet you there's some sick fan art out there of like what they could look like maybe. Oh, Beast, what are you doing? I wonder if AI would generate pictures like that. Have you guys ever been to that? There's a website where you can type in like Pokemon and it'll like make a Pokemon mashup, basically. You could probably go do Eevee in like muck. And you could like get a good idea of what maybe a poison type Eevee could look like. Rockion? I feel like they would probably name it something else, like it would be like an actual geographical term. Maybe like Igneon? Like igneous rock? That could be cool. Or Metamorphion? Like metamorphic rock? That could be sick. Stonion? They announced that Pokemon on April 20th. Dude, now I want to do a Pokemon live stream. That would be elite. Every Eevee is a special type? They are special attackers. That's a good point. Well, maybe it's time to buck that trend, you know? The world is ready. I will say it's kind of cool. Rintra is in Marvel Zombies. Granted, they still don't call him Rintra or explain him at all, but whatever. He's just kind of a random cow that people listen to, like he's in charge. Puncheon? Karateon? They just name it Bruce Lee Eon. I don't know what I'm thinking. Jackie Chan Eon? They start naming evolutions after like famous people. Y'all do, buddy. Dude, I wonder how this game would look if I cranked all the graphic settings all the way down to low. Because you can change that on PC. I wonder what it would look like. Maybe I'll look at it tomorrow or something. Maybe that would have been the secret to evading Ares' special attacks. I could see that being a thing. Dude, my newly awakened Hitmonkey, though. 409 subs, let's go. Heck yeah, Samuel. Heck yeah, dude. We're on that grind. I need to, I'm gonna try and make a YouTube video this weekend. It might be a little bit hectic, but I think I'm gonna try and get it done. I really need to get back on schedule of a video a week. I was kind of doing good there for a while, and then just too many things happened on weekends, and that's like my video making time, right? But that tends to bring a lot of new audience. LOL, he had 2% health, and I just special 2'd him. Okay. I should probably update the title since I'm no longer doing the side quest, huh? Yeah, let me do that real quick. I don't want people coming in here and thinking I'm lying. There we go. I still haven't really decided on the video I want to make, though. Maybe I'll just, like... Maybe I'll make a video and it'll be, like, 20 minutes long and it'll just be me constantly glazing how much I love Count Nefaria as a champion. I bet so many people would watch that. He just does so much, dude. I need to awaken my Kushala. Maybe my next basic. I think Onslaught or Serpent might be my next rank up too, guys. As far as rank 4s go. I think it's time to make the prestige play. I pushed ranking them up as far as I could until I had at least one champ in each class. But now I think it's finally time to be a man. Bite the bullet and send them up. Did I see Game Freak confirmed a long-standing fan theory that Gengar is the shadow of Clefairy? I didn't. I am aware of the theory, though. Did they give, like, background lore, Abyss, or is that all they said? 2%. They just said Gengar is the sentient shadow. Dude, how spooky is that? You're like hanging out, right? You're just Clefairy, just out there chilling, doing what Clefairies do in the moonlight, whatever. All of a sudden, your shadow like starts speaking or like moving around on its own. Ooh, man, if I were Clefairy, dude, I'd be freaked out. Like, dude, if Gengar leaves, like, does he have to wait for the Clefairy to die to be his own thing? Or does he just, like, pack up and leave, right? Like, is there, like, a Nexus event where, like, all of a sudden Gengar is sentient? And he just, like, gets up and leaves? How does this work? Oh, dude, this is going to be the first arena time I'll be able to use my Quicksilver. You watched a video on it? I'll have to look up like a full explanation on it later. Dude, I love like game theory. I love the game theory channel, by the way, until MatPat left. I just think he was the best like host. I don't think the game theory channel has been quite the same without MatPat. Which is kind of a bummer, man. But I am glad that like the channels are all still successful. It can be really hard for the main creator for a channel to leave and still have the channel be successful. A lot of people have tried. Nothing like, you know, kicking up your feet in the summertime, you're sipping a milkshake or something, and you slap on a game theory video on FNAF. Those are the days. That's the good stuff right there, guys. A game theory. Dude, I love it when Shocker just like keeps downlocking the opponent. It makes life so much easier, dude. Yo, Debo, what's up, man? Been a minute. How you doing? How you been? Yeah, Biss. Dude, well, Yeah, they just released so many FNAF games. Oh my gosh. That thing is an absolute cash cow of a franchise. Dude, I'm just chilling too, man. Just hitting up some arena right now. Always trying to grind those units. But yeah, the FNAF people, I think, started getting way too complex with their lore. But if you're releasing like new game after new game, you need a reason. Like, you need to give the lore people a reason to buy it. So you have to keep adding stuff. In-game content? That's one heck of an autocorrect, dude. Nice. What you working on at the moment? Any like super tricky content? Or are you just kind of hanging out doing like the side quest? Yep, you can never get ready for the deals too early. I personally have my sights set on Banquet, but we'll have to see. It should have ended with Pizzeria Simulator. Dude, I don't even know that. I didn't even know that was a game. 9.3? Dude, I thoroughly enjoyed exploring 9.3. I hope it's been going well for you. Pro tip, Count Nefaria cheeses a lot of paths. If you have him and you have him awakened. I am curious to see how the FNAF 2 movie will be, though. Yeah, there were a couple paths on 9.3 I wasn't a big fan of, but overall, it wasn't too terrible. I wish we didn't have to wait so long for story content, guys. I've been having this thought a lot lately. And I know it's kind of my own fault because we absolutely like blitzed through 9.3 in like 2 days, basically. But dude, like, story content is so much more fun than probably anything else in the game to me. I wish we got it all the time. You can go ahead, Abyss. I don't know about, well, at least for me, I don't know about everyone else in the chat. So you may need to run it by them first. Hopefully Discord helps. Yeah, I hope so too, Samuel. If not, I can do my best to give you recommendations. Just let me know. But yeah, dude, go get some sleep or whatever. But glad you stopped by, dude. Nice meeting you. Oh, freaking... I hate that. Dude, Stand Your Ground is the worst. Does anyone care if Abyss ruins FNAF? I doubt it, though. I don't know if there's a lot of people actively chat right now. I think most people are lurking. Whatever, just send it. Everybody close your eyes and ears if you don't want FNAF spoiled. To be fair, though, there's so much lore. Like, how spoilery could it be? I don't know if you could fit the entire, like, FNAF lore into, a YouTube comment. Although I have been wrong before. Ugh. I actually don't remember what makes high evolutionary like auto block, but I'm just gonna keep heavy attacking. Oh, that's why. Okay. I don't. Ow, big combo detonation. Here it comes. Yeah, he's dead. It's fine. It's fine. I don't even remember. Like, I have watched, like, almost all the FNAF lore videos. At least, like I said, the ones with MatPat. And I don't even remember everything that goes on with those. Other than, like, Purple Guy. Is that guy. My knowledge is very limited. Wonder how Cassandra Nova does against Sinister. Wouldn't think very good. Oh, okay. The lore about Pizzeria Simulator. Okay, yeah, hit me. Aw, dang, all my arrows fell off. Big sad. Yeah. You just, the Destroyer is doing your head in on this Epoch path and you keep getting clipped by Northstar. Destroyer, you just can't attack at all. You just have to dex. Basically, I think you can maybe attack into block, but basically, like, attacking with Okoye is going to give you, like, buffs, which is not what you want for that fight. So if you're dexing only, it'll be okay. Like, it's not like a guaranteed, like, solo each fight. But the idea between the Okoye cheese is you're going to be saving a lot of revives just because you don't actually have to play into the nodes at all. Most fights I've found you can do in like 3-4 revives, maybe max. So like, and if you were to play those normal, sometimes it'll be a lot more revives than that. The last living member of the Afton family gets the main haunted animatronic Springtrap Baby and Freddy trapped in the pizzeria. Oh, we got one of two. Never, I'll wait for part 2. But some of those fights take they can take a little bit of practice, Samuel. And then I definitely recommend you have like a pretty decent revive stash. If you don't already, before you do the Ares boss fight. Like, for your first Ares boss fight, I would expect, I don't know, I guess it depends, like, how good you are at the game. For, like, an average player, I would expect maybe around 30 revives. Like, plus or minus 10 in the debuff, or, like, I don't know, man. If you might just be built different, and you could get it down a lot faster than me. But my first time at Ares, I think, took like 30 or so revives, maybe 40 even. So, do be wary of that, my friend. Man, I'm getting some crazy matchups right now in this game. What is going on? Please don't tell me they broke Arena. But yeah, like, see how even fighting this destroyer, getting a buff is like killing Sentry, basically? It's like that ramped up to 11 in Epoch. Oh, I thought I had the light intercept. I guess not. Oh my gosh, I'm choking. No, we're fine. He's dead. I can't wait for Banquet. I desperately need rank up materials in this game right now. Samuel, another option. I don't think you have Ironheart from what I remember about your roster. But Ironheart is really good on that path as well, if you're still here. Specifically for the North Star fight. So if that's what you're struggling with, you could use her for that. Mm-hmm. Do-do-do-do. Oh, that actually gave her a special 3? Rip me. Never mind, we're good. I thought that would have stopped her just shy. Dude, Guillotine 2099 is actually so annoying to fight, dude. I hate her invisibility. It's annoying to, like, play around if you don't have a counter for it. I know she's, like, a fairly flimsy champion. Like, if you can... Especially if you can get rid of her armor up. But if not, dude, it just can be an annoying matchup sometimes. Come on, Gambit, you can do it, buddy. Beautiful. Dude, I'm such a genius. I let him hit me. Me, like, free stuff. Actually, maybe not. That actually wouldn't have done anything, huh? Because he's on spot. Never mind, I take it back. I'm an idiot. Dude, what do we play tomorrow, guys? Do we, like, keep playing MCOC? I don't know. I feel like it's been quite the MCOC week. Would any of you guys be interested in perhaps a different game? Such as Fortnite, Dead by Daylight, Minecraft, Phasmophobia, perhaps? Could be fun. Let me know. What are your thoughts? If you guys are, if you want to unlurk to answer that question, that'd be awesome. So we are, but I don't know, man. I feel like it's been a lot of MCOC. Like, a lot lately. I think maybe you guys might want to break. I mean, I do a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but... Ever play Marvel Nemesis? I don't think so. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Is that a mobile game, Wolverine? You guys got to keep in mind, I am on PC right now. I don't really have a way to like mirror my phone screen up to my computer. At least not in a way that looks good. So if we play anything else, it would have to be like an actual like computer like game. Yo, Garvey, what up, man? How you doing? How those shoes you bought treating you, bro? Oh, I would probably need an emulator. Okay, never mind then. Dude, I wish, dude, if I had like a beefier PC, dude, there are a couple other games I'd like to play, but they would be way too like graphics intensive. Or like, I don't know if I could also stream and play them. Yeah, do one app? I don't know if I've ever heard of that. I know you can do it like straight through Windows. It's just not very good. I also, to be fair, if I was doing something like that, I would maybe want a phone that was like just dedicated to stream, because I wouldn't want like notifications popping up and stuff for like personal things. And I know I could turn that off, but dude, it's my like muscle memory. I guarantee you I would like swipe open notification center all the time. Oh, that actually sounds cool, Wolverine. I don't know if I think you were in stream the other day, but I played a lot of Ultimate Alliance. Not quite the same thing, but... Used it for 2 years. Maybe I'll have to look into it. Is it free, Garveed? It's free, but I'd get a watermark? Aw, dude, that's a deal breaker for me. I'm not gonna lie. I can't stand watermarks on things. How much is it, like, paid? Like, what is the cost if I wanted to pay? To be fair, I could maybe use, like, BlueStacks or something, but a lot of apps nowadays are not big fans of you using emulators to play like phone games. $10 a year? Hmm. And iHulk is kind of annoying because he counters despair. He does not counter Falcon Joaquin Torres being an absolute beast, though. And I keep, like, I want to pop my neck. Like, I feel like a really nice neck pop is possible, but I just can't get it. Oh, well. It's like when you have an itch and you can't scratch it. You know what I mean, guys? Like, no matter how hard you try. I only saw one half of the message, Abyss. The other one said message retracted. So I don't know if it got auto-modded or if you yourself deleted it, which I think you can do, I'm not sure. But I only have part 1 of 2. So maybe resend it? Dude, I know it does, Garvit. I was saying that earlier. The artwork, like, knocked it out of the park. I mean, they better have. It was a summoner's choice. You would think they would put a little bit extra, like, emphasis on it. But it seems they focused on the artwork instead of, like, the actual gameplay. Who knows, though? He might actually be insane. He just looks too complicated to get max value out of. Like, it's much easier to just play Okoye. And, like, just do damage by existing, basically. Which I'm a little bummed about, dude. I was really hoping Mr. Knight would, like, hardcore redeem the skill class because they're in a rough spot right now. Does not seem that way, unfortunately. The light punishing, man. I don't know whose idea that was. But we did find this out. You don't have to light punish. He can ramp basically just by playing him by normal, from what I understood. It just takes a lot longer. May see a paid champ next month to make us waste units. We certainly might. They might just break out old reliable. You know how they'll always put OG Vision in like a 5,000 unit offer right before any sort of major sell? We'll probably get that, honestly. There it is, Abyss. Okay, okay, Pizzeria Simulator, the last living member of the Afton family, gets the main haunted animatronics, Springtrap, Baby, and Freddy trapped in the pizzeria. And you make and then burns down the pizzeria. Okay, so it traps them in the pizzeria and then burns it down. So all the animatronics get destroyed and the kid spirits can rest and Springtrap can be stopped finally. That's where it should have ended. So it doesn't end after that. That's crazy. You have OG Vision? Garvit! Garvit! Did you have nothing else to spend units on? I'm surprised. I guess you are a huge arena grinder, so like you can make that back in no time. Dude, I would never use OG Vision. It would be cool to have him though. I wish he wasn't like a paywall champion. I'm actually really surprised though. You rank forward Serp? Ooh. I bet he's an absolute monster now, Spidey. Oh, you got him from Banquet. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. I was gonna say, I thought you were like a big like saver for like a Banquet and stuff. That makes sense though. Dude, I'm really wondering where I'll get ranked in Banquet. I hope there's solo rankings. I don't know why there wouldn't be. There always is, but who knows? Yeah, I wouldn't have to make that choice. I already have Thanos. Dude, you know what they should do for Banquet? Put all the Deathless champions in the milestones. That would be the dream. Yeah, I need to focus up, dude. Spot's gonna actually kill me. We're good. Now he's just ban bait. Still going to get completely nuked by Nico Kushal and Chathra. Yeah, dude, Serp is not the threat he once was. But he will be good. Like, people will probably ban him. Is yours max Sig, Spidey? I bet he's a monster on Prestige. Dude, right? They need to be giving us Deathless pieces a little bit more liberally, dude. You just need one piece? That's horrible. Dang, that sucks. The Mimic from the novels, the creator FNAF wrote about a different timeline. Interesting. I did hear about that FNAF game releasing. I think I watched somebody speedrun it actually once because I was just kind of like perusing YouTube. You can beat that game in like under 20 minutes or something crazy. It might even be under 10. Oh, whoa. I did not know she could auto block a heavy. Yeah, it's sad, but you kind of got to. I was saying it earlier, Spidey, but I think the time has probably finally come for me to rank 4 Onslaught and Serpent. The Seahawks won 23-20. That's actually really surprising. I expected the Cards to take that one. I do kind of like place equal value on those teams though. They seem to be in the same realm of like skill. I just thought Kyler would be better than Darnold, but I guess not. Kyler is so inconsistent, I feel like, man. Were there any major injuries that happened or anything? Rank 4 high Evo? Yeah. I'm not in a hurry to do that one yet, though. I probably should, but in the short term, Serpent would be higher prestige anyway. Serpent is max sig. High evolutionary is like, I don't even know if he's 40 yet. I would have to look at a prestige calculator. I think I probably eventually will do that. Like, I'd be stupid not to. It's just, his prestige is so high. But I feel like Serpent might provide me with a more immediate boost. It just depends on, like, when I can actually make that rank up. If it's, like, anytime soon, or, like, if it's after, like, I'm already locked into my EQ rewards, I won't worry about it. Yeah, I know, you absolute animal, Garvit. Gosh dang, dude. I hate MODOK, dude. I hated MODOK pre-buff. Absolute demon of a champ. If only I had a 7-star Nick Fury or something. I don't know. Oh, legend, dude. You went for 9.3, 100%. You got 2 quests left. Dude, the end is in sight, man. I remember when I was getting close to the end, I was like, oh my gosh, dude, I just want to go to bed. But, dude, you finish, you push onward, it's worth it. The light is at the end of the tunnel. Cherish it too, because, like, honestly, now I miss not having story content to clear. Every year and... That's the worst, dude. Molgod will destroy him? Yeah. You wouldn't... Well, I don't know, actually. If you don't ever go into your frenzy mode, I think, but that's not really like what you usually want to do for Mole Man. You'll have 2 more rank 4s after Onslaught and Anti-Venom. Dude, that's huge, man. Rank 4s make such a big difference. Not everyone has ranked up Molgod. Dude, Molgod. Rank 4. I need to dupe that, man. That's what I'm hoping for sometime soon from a basic. Because mine is unawakened. It's actually really sad. There's rank 3 champions that have a higher prestige than my rank 4 Mole Man. His prestige isn't that high to begin with, and then add on to the fact that he's also not awakened. I don't regret it though, dude. Mole Man is super fun to play. He's just like a nice, easy champ. 6-star red mags can do the job? That's a good point. Maybe it's time to take my red mags to rank 5. I think he's still sitting at rank 4, maybe. I don't know if he'd be worth, like, putting in a Battlegrounds deck, though. How many metal champs are there that are, like, meta right now? I don't think there's a lot. Unless they're, like, champions that are somehow metal, but, like, you wouldn't expect them to be. Luckily, I haven't had the misfortune of really facing a rank 4 MODOK yet. I could also just ban him every time. That's an option. Could use Misty Knight. Just kidding. Easy option is ban. Yep. Read my mind, Aaron. That's for you, Charles. You could also just parry heavy, right? Dude, Archangel? Could probably use Archangel for MODOK. Right? I don't think he's immune to bleed or poison. That's maybe a more realistic counter because you can use Archangel in other areas of the game, even as a 6-star. Dude, Venom the Duck versus Arcade. OP matchup right here, chat. Senti? Oh yeah, Sentinel would be good. You just rely on the shock damage. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm pretty sure Arcade might literally have been invented by Satan. No one can hang with toxic armor, though. Yeah, I know in Battlegrounds you want to be fast, but, like, you also want to have a counter to a champion, and if you don't have that, it doesn't matter how fast you are if you're dead. You know? Like, speed matters more, like, the higher up Gladiator circuit you go, I think, than kind of where I tend to hang out. I mean, it obviously, like, matters occasionally, but... Photon? Dude, I still don't have a 7-star Photon, Aaron. I've been unlucky. Yeah, I mean, you could also just, like, throw, like, make a MODOK round a sacrificial lamb round, I guess. But, I mean, it is annoying. It's kind of like Serpent you have to have a counter for kind of thing. If only there was a science champion that inflicted, like, ensnare or something. Oh, wait. I'm just kidding. Null can take? Oh, that's true, yeah. Probably. Okoye ensnare would be unreliable, but it would probably be okay. It might be okay. Because ensnare's not a guaranteed ability fail. It's only 30%. So it would be kind of risky. Atuma. Dude, I need to rank Atuma as well. Yeah, Serpent will be good for MODOK. Not only can he get Pierce, but... Dude, also attack Atuma, maybe? Right? Because you're parry, like, you're not going to get parried? I don't know. But yeah, Serpent has Pierce. Ooh, Hulkling you could even bring, maybe? I know he's, like, kind of an old champ, but I think he's still usable. Anyway, yeah, unblockable specials on Serpent and Pierce. Good combo. We need more champions with Pierce, dude. Like, we need a 7-star Valk already, huh? Dude, Garvit, that's a ban for me. Actually, it depends. I might... Sometimes I'll roll the dice and plan on just getting lucky and drafting Dazzler. Depends how lucky I'm feeling, you know? It is Khonshu's Ankh alter ego. I can link it in the chat for you if you'd like. Here, I can go ahead and do that for you. Or I can also show you. It's right here. There you go, boss. And then you just click champions, and then you filter by prestige right there. This green box. Used to be Aunt May it rest in peace. Hopefully whoever was developing that is okay. I'm glad somebody stepped into their shoes, though. Am I dead? Oh, I'm not dead. Good. Yeah, no problem, Alter Ego. Welcome to the stream, by the way. 7-star Valkyrie would be broken. Yeah, she would be really strong, no doubt. No doubt. Sinister? Yeah, that'd be a good option, too. Because you don't need a combo, you just parry heavy. He's just a little bit hard for some people to acquire. Little... But yeah, I was actually shocked they made a champion like Valkyrie Nick. Like, instantly when she released, I kind of thought to myself, like, isn't this borderline another Ghost-esque champion? In the sense where, like, if you're just hitting it to block the whole time, you're not giving them a lot of power. You don't have to play into a lot of champions' abilities. Very strong ability to just do all your damage into block. Grinding arena for Cyber Weekend? Potentially. Potentially, Ego. So, if there are any offers for Cyber Weekend that, in my mind, are just like offers I can't pass up, then my plan is to scoop them up. But outside of that, I'm mostly just saving for Banquet. And I know everyone has their own opinion on that. Because a lot of people like Cyber Monday a lot more, but I don't know, man. There's something about opening a bunch of crystals during the holiday that I enjoy. So I'm mostly saving for Banquet, I think. Unless there's something too irresistible. But I kind of doubt it. So Banquet is the current plan. But we're in a pretty good spot unit-wise. We're almost... at like, what, 26k or 27k? Something like that? Nice, Garvit. I probably will too, just from all the XP tokens we'll get. I am sitting on like almost 40 right now. I'm just not cashing them in just because I want to do it all at once. I think it could be fun. Man, this is the second OG Vision I've fought. Yeah, Valkyrie is a little bit busted. You came back after a small break. What's the difference between the new relics and the old ones? So there are actually two different relics to answer your question. You have Battle Casts, which were the initial relics that were released. Those are ones you may be familiar with, depending on when you quit playing. But those are the ones that actually have abilities. So, like, they can actually affect how certain champions play. Whereas the newest relics are called StatCast, and they don't have any sort of abilities tied to them. Instead, they just boost 2 stats of that whatever champion they're equipped to. So you have Battlecast. They give your champion, like, extra abilities, basically, and can really change the way some champions play. But they found those were too hard to develop and balance, so then they changed to StatCasts so that they could put more relics out. And then they just buff your champion a little bit, essentially. Basically, they noticed a lot of people, the thing they like the most about relics is the combo extension, and they wanted to put more Battlecast out. They just couldn't balance them quick enough. And they're just tricky to balance because the roster is ever growing, basically. So they decided to just buff stats, and I'm okay with that. So now I have a lot more champions that can use relics, which is cool. Supreme Growth Reward Pack. Remind me what's in that again, Garvit? I will probably buy the next Plat Pass. I usually do buy the Plat Pass. So as far as like which are stronger, I think battle casts are still probably the best kind of relic to level up. Oh, they're just units for levels? I probably wouldn't. I mean, I'll get levels eventually. I don't feel like spending units for levels is really necessary. I'm in no rush to get that 2-star Ultron or whatever it is. Oh, you get tons of stuff, Abyss. What I like to do about Plat Pass is I'll buy it at the end, which gives you just like a ton of like revives and energy refills. And then I'll usually use that to clear some kind of Everest content, which I think is worth. Like, I know by doing that I'm missing out on like the extra tiers, but you don't really get a lot of those anyway. Plus, then I know if I buy it, I at least am gonna finish it. You know? Is it on the web store only, Garvit, or is it in-game somewhere? Also, guys, just a quick reminder, if you're enjoying the stream so far, if you could like it, and then subscribe if you're not already. Dude, we're pushing to 500. We're gonna make it. Hopefully before next month is over. If we're insanely lucky, this month, but I think next month is a good goal. You got 31k tier 7 from those crystals. You can't remember the name. The rebirth crystals? That's pretty freaking lucky, man. Good luck. Thank you, Saitama. Thank you, man. Also, welcome in. Hope you're doing well, dude. Like, thank you. Thank you, boss. It's in the units and scroll down to weekly pass. I'll take a look at that in a little bit. They really need to fix like the serious frame lag on PC with Isophene. It's like it's an issue. I feel like I'm playing a PowerPoint, to be honest. Okay, let me look at this bundle really quick so I can understand what I'm missing out on. Dude, I know 5 stars feel so useless. You can use them in the like the Catalyst arena. Okay, where is it? Okay. Tap units, scroll down to weekly pass. Like unit store? Like passes and cards? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, Supreme Growth. Oh yeah, this one that gives you the units at like certain levels. That's right. I forgot about that one. Yeah, I don't know, man. 30, like, the value is definitely there. $30 is just a lot of moolah for me right now. 30 smackers is no small feat. Dude, I am gonna pass 26k tonight. Let's go. That arena art is so sick, dude. Round of applause for whoever drew that. Or whatever however they made it. I don't know. Frank Castle or Zombie She-Hulk? I have no idea. I was kind of expecting Rhino, to be honest, but I don't know if they would do that now since he got such a cold reception. Hey, that's alright, Ego. Appreciate it, man. You don't need to if it's too much of a hassle. A Zombie Hulk would be sick. I will say if that happens, I take all credit, okay? For those of you that are regular viewers of the polls that I put up on my YouTube channel, I did put up a poll when Marvel Zombies was announced. Would you guys be interested in a zombie champion in MCOC? Very popular, yes. I like borderline would have called it. It would be cool though to have a zombie version of like one of the characters at least. That'd be like really unique. Don't throw it. Don't throw it. Thank you. Ain't no way that happens, Garvit. No shot. No way, dude. I tell you what, if that happened, you would get a permanent node. Like, there would be like caltrops on everything, I swear. Or there would just be a node that says no quaking. And it would just say cannot use quake. Zombie champs would be a cool chase, like Deathless. Yeah, I think that would be sweet. They call them like Death Full champs. Unalive champs. I do think we need new Deathless. Or like something close to it. Those were fun. And I actually want to like get all of them this time. Because I feel like I have the roster for it now. I think it would be cool if we got like Deathless versions of like the OG champs. Like I know that we already like the ones we currently have have some OGs in there, but I'm talking like I think a Deathless Captain America would be sick. Or like a Deathless Iron Man. You could have a Deathless Hawkeye. I think there's some pretty cool options. And it would be like a Deathless Doctor Strange. And then like, I would shut up all day about a Doctor Strange buff if there's a Deathless Doctor Strange. There's some cool options, man. Yeah, I think they would probably have to do it that way, Abyss. Not everyone can Quake and Shake. But I think, like, a lot of people don't even try nowadays just because there's no point. I think if you brought her back to being viable again, I know I would at least try and, like, get down Quake and Bake. Like, I think that, like, a lot of people just don't even bother trying to pick it up. And gamers are good nowadays at stuff, man. You hop on Fortnite for 2 seconds. That's evidence right there, man. People used to only be able to build a box, and now they can build, like, a 5-story mansion in, like, 5 seconds. Ugh, I hate using Korg in Arena, man. He takes forever. No, I would run Ouchie's Ego, but I just don't want to spend the units to switch back and forth. And Kabam keeps releasing a lot of content lately, and there's also Battlegrounds and stuff. Like, I just don't think it's worth having him on right now. I used to run Ouchies, though. Dude, Blade, my goat. Dude, we need a Blade Avatar of Khonshu in the contest. That would be a sick champion to add. He was really cool in Marvel Zombies. Moon Knight Blade. It would also go well with Mr. Knight, you know? Give us Zeus. the zombie champs with rotten flesh borders. I think that would be cool. My only concern with that is I feel like it's too niche. Like, I think they would want to keep it to a theme that would be, like, more relevant year-round. Because, like, when you think zombies, it feels like you're only really talking about, like, Spooktober. I mean, I know zombies, it doesn't matter. But, like, that's kind of the vibe I think most people would have. To the point where it would feel like a seasonal thing, you know? Whereas, like, Deathless Champions are forever. That makes sense. Do it. Dude, Blade is the GOAT, man. Look at that. Khonshu as a playable champion would be awesome. Yeah, permanent heal blocks. Yeah. There's just so much stuff in the game right now, Ego. It feels like it makes it a little bit annoying to run recoil masteries. If I was exclusively an arena grinder, I totally would have them on. But since I play Battlegrounds and then also new content when it drops, it's just not worth having to change back and forth a lot. Man, can I not get in there in time? Grandmaster is a playable character. I do think it's probably been about time you could make Grandmaster a playable character. Like, we already have Thanos and Kang. And now we're in, like, Act 9.3. I think it's time. Or, like, dude, future Kang. That would be a cool champion to have. I do kind of wonder, like, which champion do you guys think they're going to add for Banquet? Like, as a trophy champ, like, to go along with Weapon Flex and Jessica Jones? And, like, Thanos and Kang? Masteries for Arena? Oh, I would love that, Ego. That would be so nice. They would probably put that behind a paywall, but it would be nice. Do you think they would put those champions in Banquet, though, Garvit? In the past, it hasn't really been, like, champions that were announced prior, though. Like, I hope it's somebody new, but if not, I would probably see Dark Phoenix more than Human Torch. That would kind of suck, though. Yeah, that would be cool, having another Loki champ. Dude, I still think they should have buffed, they should buff Doctor Strange. I don't think he would be, like, a Banquet exclusive champion. He might be in, like, that little, like, champion, like, mystery box thing they had. But, dude, Doctor Strange had half the player base voting for him. He barely lost to Cyclops. Like, people want a Doctor Strange buff. It's crazy, dude. I can't believe we haven't gotten one yet. Well, that's not official, Zemo. That's just the trend that they've been following. People are just basing that off of the Omega Days stuff. I could definitely see a world where there's enough pushback by the player base that there's some sort of revolt, or some big content creator brings it up, that all of a sudden it picks up steam. and they feel pressured to add those champions earlier. I think Garvit's talking about milestones. Like rank rewards, maybe. I don't know. They could definitely put him in milestones. I can see that happening. Listen, if there's anything we know about Kabam, it's that they're going to monetize the ever-living F out of Banquet. It'll probably be more lucrative than it was last year. Well, I mean, that's what Garvit's saying, though. Like, putting it at 40,000 units, that's a money drive. Are you kidding me? If people could get those champions in a milestone by spending 40k units, they definitely would. Again, I think they would probably keep those rewards saved for, like, rank rewards. But, like I was saying, I could see a world where Kabam just wants to monetize the ever-living crap out of Banquet, and so they throw stuff in rank or milestones that normally they wouldn't. We'll just have to wait and see. It'll definitely be interesting. I am really, really interested to see what kind of decisions they make for Banquet. Because their monetization the last year seems to have changed a little bit. I mean, while true, Zemo, no Banquet has been the exact same as the prior for a while now. They seem to add a new gimmick every year. I think that's why I'm saying it's entirely possible they could have a reach milestone where if you spend X amount of units, you're like going to get a selector of some kind or something. I think it's totally within reason to theorize something like that may exist. I mean, we had never had like the mystery box thing before. And it would be entirely on brand to add some sort of other monetization to it. No, they haven't. The year before last didn't have a 6 champion mystery box thing. That was an entirely different gimmick. They've been the same in the sense like that there's banquet crystals and you open them. And that will always be the same. They may announce the name of Banquet if it's anything different, Garvit, but they want to use FOMO. They want people to feel like they need to spend for Cyber Monday because they want people to not know what Banquet's actually going to have because they want people to double dip. I think like very little details would be revealed about Banquet. That would be my guess, just like thinking about it logically. But I do think they'll tease it. I think you're right. But they definitely, I don't think, would divulge, like, maybe champions and stuff that would be included in it. They want to keep that like a mystery box, or like a question mark, I guess. Was Shocker in there? I don't remember those champs at all, Zemo. I believe you, though. I don't know how much I was playing the game a couple years ago, to be honest. Go that way. Okay, well, okay. So even if the champion box selector thing is true, this last year, all 6 champions that were in it were also buffed champions, which is not how it was the year prior. So if you do want a difference, then there it is. Hell yeah, Garvey. That's why we're buddies, dude. That's why I like you. We are fellow gamblers. Where's the dopamine rush from a champion selector, you know? Isn't, like, opening a banquet crystal way more fun? Yes. Like, dude, when I pull Spider-Ham, okay? I want to get him from a crystal. I don't want to get him from a selector. That's so boring. Want to get him from a basic, dude. Then it feels like I earned it. And I really enjoy the heavy attack animation for Sasquatch. Dude, there'll probably be 6 stones in the banquet crystal. I can see that. We just won't know. Oh, Spider-Woman, stay away. Now let's give her a go. So close to the arena done. Oh, you. I wonder if we'll get the 7-star login calendar this year. I hope so. Dude, what if Spider-Ham is in it? What if I just get a Spider-Ham from logging in? Oh no. I want to get him from a crystal though. I don't want him just like gifted to me on a silver platter. Was that like a concussion that just happened? Is he's incinerate immune? Yeah, I clearly don't know. Garvey, it's gonna be, Banquet is gonna be so lit, dude. I hope you're here for like my Banquet stuff, like opening and stuff. Oops. Dude, imagine slipping on a banana in the contest when you're trying to take somebody down. Yeah, me too, Zemo. Me too. I have a good feeling this year, man. I think like no matter what, it'll be valuable for me because I don't spend money. So there's a lot of champions I still don't have or could stand to get stuff for or get copies of a champion. Zima, don't you spend money on the game? You do, don't you? I can't remember. You do spend, okay. Makes sense. I mean, if you're a spender, I don't see why not. Garvey, let's keep it polite. I know you're just being, you're just joking, but some people may not understand. But yeah, I mean, if you're spending, there's no reason to not spend for both of them. But for me, like, I just have to make a choice, and the event that I like the most is Banquet, whether it's more worthwhile or not. Who needs bleeds? Not my champion, Black Cat. You don't spend as much as you'd like to? Dude, I waffle back and forth on if I would want to be a big spender or not. Like, right now, I don't have the means to it. Like, completely honest with you guys. But even if I did, like, I just... Stuff like that, I think, at least for me, like, I know the kind of person I am, I would probably let it get a little too out of hand. And I think it would escalate to the point where I wouldn't find joy in the game anymore. Like, what I really like about the way I play the game right now is there's still a ton of moments where I'm opening a crystal or I'm doing something, and it feels extraordinarily fulfilling for me because I'm getting a new champion that I didn't have before, or like making progress where I couldn't have before. And I think if I was just like spending a ton, which is, like I said, I think if I started what I would probably do a lot of, then I don't think I would really get that like dopamine hit as much. Like, you would get the initial rush from like the spending and opening all the crystals up like at first. But I think over time I'd probably go a little bit numb to it. So I don't know, man. Like, I even if I start making a ton of money from YouTube, or Kabam wants to like give me units for whatever reason, I don't know if I'd want to take that route, man. Maybe occasionally, but I don't think I'd want to like be going all out for every event, you know? You spend on tangible things? Yeah, that's the thing too. Like, this is a mobile game, right? It could just all go away, like down the toilet in an instant, right? Like, when you're spending money on a mobile game, you almost have to have the mindset of like how you spend money when you're gambling, which is you're okay with losing that money, because whether you just quit the game or the game dies, this game will eventually perish into the void, and any money you spent on it is gone. Now, I understand the argument that you're paying for the feeling and like the joy that the money brings, right? You're not necessarily spending on the specific thing, which I totally do get. But I'm with Garvid. I like tangible things. I like objects that retain value and use, and also bring me joy. So I think I'm kind of on board with that. But another thing you guys got to keep in mind, like, I'm in an extraordinarily casual alliance too. So even some of my rewards in-game aren't as juiced as some of the, like, YouTubers that spend infrequently, like you're talking about. Which, again, not only is it awesome having a casual alliance, but also it does add to that feeling I was talking about earlier, where I feel like I'm not, like, there's still a lot of instances where I can feel joy and happiness in this game. But I'll let those guys spend on Cyber Monday. I'll be the guy who saves for banquet. Someone's got to do it in the community. I'll fall on that sword. Almost done. 3 more fights. And we'll be there, chat. Then we'll be calling it a night. Streamed a little bit longer tonight. I wasn't really planning on doing the entire arena today, but alas, here we are. I didn't even get through all the 7 stars. That's good. Whoa, she actually dodged that for once. That's crazy. Usually I time that right, so she still gets hit. Okay, finally. You're planning to get a Range Rover soon, if the circumstances allow? Dude, that sounds sick. Hopefully you can make enough of that that bacon, brother. Enough of that that money. Maybe if you just sold all your shoes, all your Jordans or whatever you bought. Nah, actually hold on to those. I know a couple guys who are in, like, the shoe game, in the sense that they'll buy shoes and then sell them later. Shoes actually retain a surprising amount of value, and you can get, like, pretty decent gains on shoes if they're, like, certain kinds. Which is kind of surprising to me. But hey, man, different strokes for different folks. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder kind of thing. Alright. Welcome to the roster, Mr. Knight. 27k units. We're on our way, chat. One day. One day soon. Oh, boy. I've gotten so many of those gifts, man. You have 8 cars, dude? You want to give me one? You want to hook a brother up? That's cool, though, dude. I wish I had the means to collect cars. I'm not even a car guy, but there's a lot of cars I think look really cool. Okay. Been a good stream today, guys. We got a lot done. We got the side quest fully done, cracked open some crystals, and got absolutely nothing. I had some new people pop into the stream, which is really cool, so shout outs to you if you're new. Please do like and subscribe, and join us for our weekday streams. We're live every day, Monday through Friday. Same exact time every day. Yeah, the shipping would be bad, Garfield. That's okay. I'll just take a rain check. But yeah, thank you guys, everybody that dropped by. I appreciate it. I don't know what we're gonna play tomorrow. It might be MCOC. It might be something else. I don't know. I maybe talk to people in the Discord and see what y'all think. But one thing I don't want to forget before I end the stream is everybody give yourselves a crisp high five. There you go. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it very much. You guys are awesome, as always. And have a good rest of your night or a good rest of your day, whatever it is for you. I know some of you are in the UK and India, all over the place. So you guys, whatever is left in your day, have a good rest of it, okay? And